Hello and welcome to Good Morning Pattaya, Pattaya Channel's very own breakfast show. I'm your host, Nick Pendrell, and joining me once again, we can't get rid of him, is...
Dave Buckley. Sorry, I thought you couldn't get rid of me.
We can't. Still want to know who you are though. Yeah. And our guest today is Lee from Robin's Nest.
Thank you very much,
Welcome to
Nick.
Good Morning Pattaya.
Thank you, and thank you for inviting me.
Not at all, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about Robin's Nest. What is it, where is it, why is it, what is it?
Right, it's a fully functioning restaurant with bar and 22 guest rooms upstairs, triple units.
Triple units?
Triple unit down there, yeah. We're right next door to the Family Mart.
Right.
On Soy Diner and just adjacent to LK Metro.
Oh, right.
So very simple.
Very central. Yeah. And how long have you been running the place?
2 years, just over. 2 years and 3 months, more or less to
Right.
be exact. So, yeah, quite a while. Quite a lot's gone on in 2 years, as you can imagine.
It sounds like you got plenty to keep you busy with all those
Extremely
rooms
busy,
and bar and restaurants.
Quite a lot to manage. Yeah,
absolutely. Did you start the business or did you take it over?
it was a pre-existing business.
Right.
Welsh guy named Robin.
Oh,
I was there
okay.
before. He was there for 6.5 years.
Right.
So it was already very well established.
Yeah.
But we've just tweaked and changed
Lee's
things a
Nest
bit.
doesn't sound the same.
It doesn't. It's not the
does it?
same.
Yeah.
It's not the same. No. No.
So the restaurant, what type of food could we find at Robin's Nest?
It's mainly British and Thai.
Right.
Just home fare, really. Our mantra on it was just to give people the best quality food for the best possible prices.
Can't really go far wrong with that.
Yeah, it's cooked fresh. Every single plate is cooked fresh.
Right.
Hardly any of it is frozen food. It's all prepared on the day with regards to our specials. That's exactly, we run 2 daily specials. For instance, on a Monday and Tuesday, we do a breast of chicken chasseur with a white wine, tarragon and mushroom sauce. And that comes in at 189 baht.
That's a good price.
And that runs every Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
Wednesday, Thursday, beef and tomato lasagna with a garlic bread and side salad. Same price, 189 baht. Both days cooked fresh
Excellent.
in the morning. So it comes straight into our restaurant. And
So, do you have an all-day breakfast?
we do, indeed. We have a 4 set breakfast there. Full English breakfast, an American, an Australian and ham and eggs.
Okay. I can imagine the difference between the English and the American, but what's different about the Australian breakfast?
Just solely Vegemite
Yeah?
with the toast.
Vegemite with the toast, yeah?
That's the solely the only difference.
That's what singles them out from
That's
the
what
rest.
singles them out from the rest.
And is it popular?
Extremely popular. They're probably our second biggest market, the
All right.
Australians.
And they really do
that's
love their
hence why we
Vegemite.
put one on.
Yeah.
Because I know it's the same as our Marmite, isn't it? But
No, it's yeast extract.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got this Marmite.
Tastes the same to
Instead
me.
of beef. Well, personally, I dislike the both of them. But there you go. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's what the punters want.
what the
get.
punters want is what the punters get. Yeah.
And what are your opening hours? What time do you start breakfast?
We start at 6:30 in the morning
Right.
and go through all the way through last orders until 1:30.
That's a long day.
We don't close.
You don't close
We're
the door?
We've got 24 rooms.
Sure.
So we've got open access to the front
Right.
of Robin's, so we don't close.
Right.
We don't close.
Is there a certain time of day when the bar side kicks in more and the food starts quietening down, or?
You get your lunchtime crew
Yeah.
in there for the specials on the drinks. Also, round about sort of 7, 8 o'clock in the evening for the bar area, which is completely new. That's what we did, a complete refurb within Robin's after about 8 months.
Oh, I
of
see.
being
It
there.
didn't used to have a bar there.
No,
It was purely food.
Our usual setup here of the 3-metre units, but one still had a dividing wall with an archway into a single unit
Okay.
with tables and chairs in, which we didn't like the look of. We already had it pre-planned to make a bar and bring the wall down and just make it an open plan feel to the unit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got 22 rooms.
22 rooms, yes.
And what sort of prices do they?
Starting at 500 baht during low season.
Yeah.
I think that's fairly
Yes.
Fairly
encompassing
average,
the whole area, really,
Yeah.
roundabout.
Yeah, it's the sort
Soy
of standard-
Bacau and
standard
LK
price.
Metro and Soy Diana.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're the bigger hotels where
Yeah, obviously.
the price is obviously a lot
sky's the
more.
limit.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
a different sort of client, isn't
different
it?
sort
Yeah,
of client
exactly.
base, yeah, of course.
And you've been going for over 2 years now. Do you get people coming back sort of time after time?
A regular client base. We're full nigh on all year round on the rooms.
That's good going.
And that's probably gone up by about a quarter
Right.
So,
from when Robin used to have it
so
before.
which is the best bit of the business then? The rooms or the restaurant? I mean, is one bunts and the other one, you know?
It always works out the same for us, really. The rooms pay for our rent and our staff, and the restaurant is our
It's the
business.
profit.
But that's the business, the part of it that we've grown the most
yeah.
since we've been there, the restaurant trade.
Okay.
I would imagine 22 rooms takes a fair bit of looking after. How
does take a
many
fair
staff
bit.
do you have in
We've got
total?
26 in total.
Wow, that's quite significant then.
But thankfully, our two good maids that work on the 22 rooms that are nigh on full all year round work very, very hard,
Yeah.
along with all the other staff. But
Yeah.
I appreciate what they do,
Yeah.
all of them. They work very, very hard, and they're all extremely friendly.
Yeah,
That's the main feedback that we get off of our customers.
That's
how friendly
great.
the staff are. Yeah.
that makes, because you can
Yeah,
have
you don't want your maids telling the customers what to do you?
No, no,
They wouldn't last very
no.
long.
No, but that's so important because you can have the best prices, the best environment and everything. But if the staff aren't there, then it's all for
Exactly.
nothing.
They've got to be with you.
Absolutely.
They've got to be with you.
Yeah. So I can imagine that, and you've spent quite a while sort of developing the team and making sure that it's
Initially,
a good
when we
environment.
took over, you always get that certain element of staff that slip away.
Sure.
Because you want to change things, and
They don't
wherever
want
you
change.
are in the
Yeah.
world, no one
Oh, it's not-
likes change. It's a
not
normal.
Thai.
It's a normal thing. Yeah. So we've probably still got about half a dozen left from
Right.
after we took over, and all the new ones that we introduced went straight away onto a new training module.
Yeah.
And yeah, touch wood, it's all gone very, very well. Yeah, very well.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Any plans for any more? Any
We're always
other
looking.
nests?
We're always looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just finding
Right
treble
spot.
units
I mean, yeah, you're not gonna.
with rooms above.
Yeah. They're not gonna just fall into
And,
your lap,
they
are
don't fall into your lap. No. No.
No, and I mean, your position very, very central.
Very central, and it seems like a lot of the market now has moved away from down on the beach road side or second road side, and it's moved up towards Soy
Yeah.
Diana and
Right,
Soy
that's what you're
Bacau.
finding, yeah.
Yeah, I think the price has forced a lot of Brits into that. They've lost so much through the exchange rate over
Yeah,
the
but
last
that's
sort
picking
of
up a bit
5
now,
years.
isn't it?
It's picked up a bit, but there's still that element of them that were so used to getting 70 and 75
Yeah,
baht
that's what it was
to
when
the
I
pound.
first came in.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they
they're
budget.
suffering.
They budget
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think as the demographics of Pattaya is changing, and certainly the city seems to be getting more regionalised, and the whole Soy Bacau is very sort of British, Western European, Aussie, American friendly. It's,
Yeah.
and so I think that birds of a feather flock together.
Exactly.
That's the
Oh, it's
Robin's Nest
Robin's
analogy
Nest.
again.
there goes the
We
bird.
thought we'd get feathers in
Birds
there
of a
somewhere.
feather. Yeah, they tend the guys, the expats that live on the dark side. They, when they come into town,
Yeah.
a lot of them are visiting into LK Metro
Yeah.
for a night out.
Yeah.
If they're popping out for a meal before they're going out to LK Metro, we're obviously right, just more
Sure.
or less on the corner.
Yeah.
So we get a lot of expat
Yeah.
clientele that
Yeah.
come into Robin's.
There's also people like myself that don't really just want to go right down to the beach
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it can be a real pain trying to get down that far.
Definitely.
Exactly,
Yeah.
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 And B, it's just a bit further to travel back when
They're
you're
back when you're coming back home. Yeah.
yeah, when you-
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
imbibed a little bit.
Yeah.
And the prices are a lot more reasonable as well.
A lot more
So
reasonable,
compared to
and
sort
you
of
have to
Walking
be.
Street.
You
Yeah,
have to be.
sure.
It's so competitive in that area around there. So you just have to get your price point exactly right.
Sure.
Just try and provide your customers with, like I said earlier, the best possible quality for the
Yeah.
best price.
So do you have your regulars, a lot of regulars from your...
An extreme amount of regulars, whether it's expat community,
Yeah,
especially on a Sunday.
right.
They still love a
You
Sunday.
do a Sunday
carvery.
roast,
Sunday
do you?
roast, is it?
Sunday carvery, yeah, all you can eat. 279 baht.
Oh, I can see why they're
It's
finally
three-
for
How
that
much? I missed the
then.
price there.
279.
279. 3 courses.
Wow.
Starts with a minestrone.
Sorry, I heard about that.
Couldn't quite believe it.
Yeah, homemade minestrone soup, and then onto the carvery, and then ice cream to follow. And yeah,
very
it's
reasonable.
And what time's that served from and to?
So from midday until it runs out.
Right,
It
okay.
can be anywhere between sort of 8 and 9:30 that it's
Oh,
getting
okay.
down to its last. So it runs a long while.
Yeah.
And it's replenished
Right.
through the day. The roasts are cooked through the day. So we try and keep everything as fresh as possible, as you know.
So a piece of meat isn't going to sit there for
As
4 hours before you...
It can be the problem with buffet style
Yeah,
food,
it is,
and
yeah.
as we all know, it
Put
doesn't take long.
nice light on it, but it doesn't mean that
it doesn't.
the food's
It
any
doesn't
fresh.
take long for it to dry out. Yeah.
It's good that it lasts long. So normally I'm never up for Sunday lunchtime, so that's why I never do it. But if it lasts until 8, 9 o'clock,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
there's a chance of me getting out of bed in time to.
Yeah, even in Thailand, people still seem to love a Sunday
Lee,
carvery.
were you involved in running restaurants before you got involved with Robbins? Or
No, I was a holidaymaker.
You were
I was a
holidaymaker,
holidaymaker. Very good friends with Dave from the Sportsman,
Yeah,
and
I knew
Steve,
Dave was
and
involved,
Steve
yeah.
from the Sportsman, and also Des as well. And
They talked you into it?
decided just short of 3 years ago, enough was enough. And
Did
come
you
to-
need a lot of talking into it then?
Not really, no, not too much. No.
Did you find it was a steep learning curve
It probably took me about 2 months
to get you understand what
just
was
understand what was going on. I was a chauffeur back in the UK,
going on? All right.
so I was quite used to dealing with some picky.
That's a polite way of putting it.
Picky customers. And so you do know how to speak to people and iron problems out as soon as you can, and with that basis of it. But Steve now still runs back of house.
Right.
I look after the rooms and front of house in the restaurant.
Okay.
And
So you're
the
not
bar.
having to do it
So
all
you're
on
not
your own.
you're
No,
not
you're
a
not
sort
doing
of
it
you're not a sort
all
of
on my
chef turned.
No. That's Steve's remit.
Yeah, okay.
And he looks after it all very, very well in there. Yeah.
And because I know a lot of people have this dream of, oh, wouldn't it be great to have a little place in Pattaya? And I know for a lot of people, the dream can often turn into a nightmare.
It can be sour, yeah.
And because there is a lot of work involved.
Extremely.
So how
And I
many
think-
hours a week do you reckon you're there?
I take 1 day off a week, personally, which has only just started
Really?
happening.
After
in
2 years?
2 years and 3 months. And I probably do anywhere between 12 and 15 hours a day.
Wow. So yeah, it's not.
But I mean, I'm sure you'd say that the fact is you were joining people who had a long association with
Pattaya,
so
yeah.
that, I'm sure they were a great help in
A
the
great
early
help
days.
in the early part of it, yeah. Invaluable. In fact, I wouldn't have done it
Well,
without
you probably wouldn't
the
have taken
joint,
it on, yeah,
the
yeah.
joint, the joint venture.
Yeah, it's not as if some people come in and buy a bar and
Think this,
that's it. They don't know much about it at all.
But I think all they think is that they've just got to sit there and drink with customers. But
Exactly. Oh no.
It's-
That's what most of them seem to do.
yeah,
That's why most of them only last
there's a
a
lot
year.
more to it. There's an awful lot more to it than
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're definitely doing it right with that sort of occupancy and that
Yeah.
sort of.
So far, so
coverage.
good. Yeah.
Excellent.
Long way at last.
Hopefully, a couple more in the pipeline.
A couple more in the pipeline.
Hopefully a couple more in the
so,
pipeline.
we shall have to wait and see what you have in mind. So we're getting close to running out on time. How can people find you again? The location is on Soy Bacau, yes?
On Soy Diana,
Soy Diana, sorry.
right next door to the Family Mart, which
Right.
is right on the corner of LK Metro.
Right.
So
okay.
dead simple to find.
And do you have a website or?
Yes, we do. Yes, it's Robin's Nest Pattaya 1 at gmail.com.
Right.
Any inquiries, whether it be about the restaurant or whether it be about a room inquiry, you can come straight through to that.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Lee, for joining us.
And thank you.
And we'll be back for part 2 soon.